The movie starts with this high school kid, Light. He's just at school, minding his own business, and then, out of nowhere, it gets all windy and crazy, and bam, this old-looking notebook just falls right out of the sky. So, of course, he picks it up. It looks super weird, but he just stuffs it in his bag and keeps it. A little later, he sees this total jerk bullying some other kid. Light tries to be a good guy and tells him to knock it off, but the bully just decks him right in the face. Then Light gets sent to the principal's office, but get this, it's because he was doing other kids' homework for cash. Total disaster. So he's stuck in detention, all bored, and he pulls out that creepy notebook. He opens it up, and it's not for notes at all. It's filled with all these weird, intense rules. As he's reading, this thing just appears in the room with him. It's this super creepy, spiky, demon-looking dude, and Light is totally freaking out. But the creature's like, "Hey, chill out, I'm Ryuk." He's a death god, and he spills the beans about the book. It's a death note. If you write someone's name in it while picturing their face, they die. Just like that. You can even write how they die. Light's like, yeah, right, no way this is real. But Ryuk tells him he has to try it out within 7 days, or the book moves on to someone else. And right then, Light looks out the window and sees that same bully from before still being a jerk. So he's like, okay, let's test this thing. He writes the bully's name down. And for the cause of death, he writes, and this is messed up, decapitation. Not even a second later, there's total chaos outside. A truck swerves, a ladder flies off it, and I'm not kidding, it slices the bully's head off clean, just like he wrote. Everyone is screaming, and Light is just staring, completely horrified. He finally believes it. It's real. Ryuk is like, see, you can do a lot with this thing. But if you don't want it, I can just give it to someone else, no biggie. So Light goes home, and we find out his dad's a detective. And here's the deal. Light's mom was killed a few years ago, but the criminal who did it walked free. So Light and his dad have this really tense relationship, and Light's always mad at him, like, you never got justice for mom. Then Light gets an idea. He looks up the name of his mom's killer and writes it down in the death note. The next scene, we see the killer partying with his friends, and then he just drops dead right in the middle of everything. When the news hits, Light and his dad are both so relieved, and their relationship is suddenly good again. He got revenge. This gets Light thinking maybe he can use this power for good. He's at school mulling this over when his friend Mia comes over. He's so excited, he just tells her everything about the book. At first, she's like, you're crazy, that's impossible. So to prove it, they see some hostage situation on the news. Light gets the bad guy's name, writes it down, and says the guy will get hit by a car. And bam, it happens right there on live TV. Mia's mind is completely blown. Now Mia is totally into it. She's like, oh my god, we have all this power. They decide they're going to team up and start cleaning up the world, taking out all the criminals, murderers, and really evil people they can find online. They start making a huge list, and one by one, the bad guys start dying, and then they figure out something even crazier. They can actually control what a person does for a little while right before they die. A total game changer. Here, Light starts getting a big head about this whole thing. He gives himself this cool, spooky name, Kira. And every time he kills a criminal, he makes sure the name Kira gets left behind, so all the other bad guys will get terrified and stop doing evil. And dude, it goes viral. The whole world is talking about this mysterious killer Kira, who is just wiping criminals off the map. Some people are actually cheering for him, like, yeah, finally someone is cleaning up the streets. But obviously, the cops are like, no, this is a serial killer. We have to stop him. But the problem is, they have zero clues. It's impossible to track him. So they bring in the big guns, this super genius investigator who just goes by the name of L. This guy's a total mystery. Nobody knows his real name or has even seen his face. Meanwhile, Light and Mia have been busy. They've killed over 400 people and are feeling pretty good about it. But then L goes on TV and basically calls out Kira. And get this, L teams up with Light's own dad to work the case. Now Light and Mia are seriously freaking out. They did not see this coming. L is getting way too close. Light even asks his dad, all casual, what would happen if they caught Kira. And his dad is like, well, half the world would want him executed, and the other half would want to study him to figure out how he does it. So Light tells Mia, we gotta stop. This is getting too dangerous. L is already super suspicious of him and even assigns an agent to follow Light around 24/7. But Mia is loving this power trip. She's pissed that Light wants to quit. Their biggest problem is L. They want to kill him, but they can't because of the rules, no face, no real name. total roadblock.
Then Mia gets this messed up idea. She's like, let's just write down the names of all the agents looking for us. But Light shuts that down. He's like, no way, they're innocent people. He decides to just lay low for a few days to throw Elle off their trail. But then, plot twist, all the agents on the case suddenly commit suicide, jumping off a building. Light is completely shocked. He didn't do it. He asked Ryuk, and the death god is just like, don't look at me. Looks like someone else has a death note. This is a total disaster. Before, people saw Kira as a hero. Now he's killing cops. He's a threat to everyone. Then, Light's dad goes on TV and challenges Kira directly, basically daring him. If you're so tough, kill me. Show yourself. Mia's watching and she goes nuts. She tells Light, write his name down. Kill your father. And Light is horrified. He's like, are you insane? I'm not killing my own dad. But Elle, being a genius, was watching this whole thing. The fact that Light's dad is still alive is all the proof he needs. He figures it out. Kira wouldn't kill his own dad, so Kira is Light. Surprise. So that night, Elle confronts Light directly. He just walks right up to him, shows him his face, and is like, I know it's you. It's over. Just stop. Light is totally cornered with the sword of Damocles hanging over his head. He can't kill Elle. He can't do anything. But then he starts thinking, okay, I've seen his face now. All I need is to find out his real name. And Elle's friends must know it. So Light comes up with this awesome plan to get Elle's real name. He writes down the name of Elle's assistant, this guy Watari, in the notebook. But here's a new rule Ryuk spills. If you burn the page with someone's name on it, they'll be saved from dying. But, and this is a big deal, you can only do it once per notebook. So Light now controls Watari. He basically tells him, you need to find Elle's real name and you have to do it fast. But turns out, even Watari doesn't know Elle's real name. He tells Light that Elle grew up in this special academy, so his file with his real name must be there. Light's like, go get it, now. But Elle is a total genius, right? He immediately figures out his assistant is missing and knows Light must be behind it. He storms over to Light's house and tells his dad straight up, your son is Kira. He's made my friend disappear. They search the whole house, but they can't find the notebook anywhere. Why? Because, surprise, Mia already took it. Just then, Light gets a call from Watari. He's at the academy, he's found the file, and he's about to spill the beans. Light goes to find the page with Watari's name on it so he can burn it and save him, but, get this, the page is gone. Someone tore it out of the book. And just like that, the time runs out and Watari drops dead right before he can say Elle's name. Total disaster. Light is crushed, and then it gets even worse. At the school dance, Mia comes out to him and confesses everything. She's like, yeah, I tore out the page. And by the way, I'm the one who killed all those agents. And oh, I also just wrote your name in the notebook. Total backstab. She tells him he's going to die from a heart attack at midnight unless he hands over the death note to her for good. She's trying to blackmail him for complete control of the power. While all this drama is happening, Elle finally tracks Light down on the pier. He's got him cornered. He yells to some random guy standing nearby, help me, this is Kira. But the guy is a Kira supporter, so he just decks Elle and knocks him out cold. Light and Mia end up on this giant Ferris wheel. Light is trying to reason with her like, don't do this, we can figure it out. But Mia's totally power-mongry now. She doesn't listen and just snatches the notebook from him. And the second she grabs it, Light just looks at her and goes, you really shouldn't have done that. Mia's face just drops. She realizes too late that Light outplayed her. At that exact moment, the Ferris wheel starts to collapse. They both fall. Mia dies instantly in the crash, but Light lands in the water and survives, except now he's in a coma in the hospital. So here's Light's master plan, and it's insane. He knew Mia was going to betray him, so he wrote a bunch of stuff in the notebook beforehand. He wrote that Mia would die if she ever took the book from him. He wrote that the page with his own name on it would fall out of the notebook and get burned up in the chaos, which saves him. And he even wrote that some random doctor would find a piece of the notebook, kill a few more criminals to keep the Kira legend going while Light was in his coma, and then kill himself. So clever. While Light is on the out, more criminals die, so everyone thinks Elle was wrong about Light being Kira. Elle is totally ruined, and his case gets closed. He ends up finding a scrap of the notebook in Mia's room, so she gets blamed for everything. And in the final scene, Light wakes up from the coma, completely in the clear. Another one of Kira's followers brings the notebook back to him. He won. He got away with it all, but he learned his lesson. From now on, he can't trust anyone. And that's the end. Please like and subscribe.